Psychology of people who always say I'm fine. Have you ever noticed how some people say I'm fine, but their eyes look tired, their smile feels forced, and deep inside, something feels broken? What if I'm fine is not strength, but a silent psychological defense? Most people think saying I'm fine means everything is okay, but psychology tells us a very different story. People who always say, I'm fine, are often fighting battles they never talk about. Not because they don't feel pain, but because they've trained their mind to hide it. From childhood. Many people learn one powerful lesson: don't be a burden. So instead of expressing emotions, they suppress them. Over time, the brain starts believing that showing vulnerability is weakness. Saying I'm fine becomes a habit, a protective shield, a way to survive emotionally. One major psychological reason behind this behavior is emotional self-protection. When someone has been ignored, misunderstood, or judged in the past, their brain remembers that pain. So now, instead of opening up again, they choose silence. The brain says, if I don't share, I can't get hurt. This creates emotional independence, but also emotional loneliness. Another deep reason is fear of being seen. Opening up means exposure. It means letting someone see your fears, insecurities, and weaknesses. For people who always say, I'm fine, being seen feels dangerous. They worry about being judged, pitied, or rejected. So they stay strong on the outside, while slowly burning out on the inside. Psychologists also link this behavior to high-functioning anxiety. These people often appear calm, successful, and in control, but inside their mind is constantly overthinking. They don't want to explain their emotions, because they themselves don't fully understand them. So I'm fine becomes the easiest answer. Simple, safe, quick. Interestingly, the people who always say I'm fine are often the ones who help others the most. They listen, they advise, they support, but when it comes to their own emotions, they stay silent. Why? Because helping others gives them control, distracts them from their own pain. Psychology calls this emotional displacement, focusing outward to avoid looking inward. Over time, this habit creates serious consequences. Unexpressed emotions don't disappear. They settle into the body. Stress turns into fatigue. Suppressed sadness turns into anxiety. Unspoken pain turns into emotional numbness. And one day, the person who always said I'm fine suddenly feels empty. Not broken, just exhausted from pretending. The most important psychological truth is this: strong people don't always say, I'm fine. They know when to speak. Real strength is emotional honesty, not oversharing, not complaining, but allowing yourself to be human. If you are someone who always says I'm fine, ask yourself this quietly: who am I protecting, others or myself? And if you know someone who always says I'm fine, don't push them. Just let them know you're there sometimes. The safest healing begins when someone finally feels safe enough to say, I'm not okay. If this video made you think, share it with someone who always says I'm fine. And subscribe for more deep psychology that reveals what people hide behind their words.